Hi everybody, thank you for joining here in this video. I wanted to talk about something I learned today and what kind of got me to do some of this research on the subject matter. So for some reason, today's Sunday, December 27th, 2025, I watched a sermon from the Potter's House on Bishop T.D. Jakes' church, and it talked about time and timing. Timing is everything, and God comes to us at the right place at the right time, specifically right when we need him. And something drew me to searching ChatGPT, and I put a query in there, and the query was, what time was Jesus crucified on the cross? And I forget the exact words that I used for the prompt, but what came back was April 3rd, AD 33. AD 33, AD meaning after death, 33 meaning the age of Jesus Christ when he was crucified. So he died at 33 years old. And so AD 33, Jesus dies. April 3rd. And when I saw that date, I was really just taken aback because 2025, I went through a huge transformation. I was out of a job, going to school full time because I had a sense that the economy was going to shit, and I predicted the recession late 2025, which is documented in a economic forecast that I created as part of a school project. Predicted it in October 2024. And anyhow, I was looking for work in my last semester of school, and I was running out of money. I had a house in Wisconsin. My house was being rented out to traveling medical professionals so I could pay the mortgage. I didn't have a job, so I wasn't living there. I was renting out my whole entire house and living with my parents in Illinois. And I was down to my last, I was draining my savings. I was draining everything. Everything I saved up, 401k gone to this day. And I was running out of money in school, living off those loans and things, living with my parents. 42 years old, 41 at the time. So I'm going and doing this, and I get an opportunity to get a job interview in Las Vegas. So I take $300 because they were not going to pay for my flight to have an in-person interview after an online interview. Take that money, run it on the card, take that risk and that leap of faith, and I fly to Las Vegas. I'm doing 3 days of interviews, a lunch interview, an interview with my future supervisor at the time, and an interview with the vice president and the president of the company at the time on that last day. And the day that I left to come back home after the interviews is when they offered me the job. I don't remember the date exactly, but it was sometime in March, and I told them that I would be back right away. I was going to get home, get things aligned together to turn around and come back. My first day at that job was April 3rd, 2025. Why is that significant? Because the message I heard today in church, God comes at the right time. Timing is everything. The day Christ, according to many theologians and researchers, biblical researchers, via ChatGPT's response to me, April 3rd, AD 33. The company I work for was a company that sold timeshares. They owned resorts, and the way that they do that is that they offer free 4-day, 3-night stays at the resorts in exchange for those people participating in those offerings to attend a timeshare tour. So it's about a 2-hour presentation that's given that they have to attend, otherwise they don't get the 4-day, 3-night for free. But 4-day, 3-night, April 3rd, 4/3. Something about this date and how that touched me in my life, and I didn't see it till now, and I've resigned from that position since then. But something about that date and how God comes at the right time, right when you need him. And I needed that job, and when I came out to Las Vegas, after my first day at that job was April 3rd, I received a check, and that check came just before my last $100 was gone from my account. And I'm sitting here with a roommate, had no rent for her in my bank account up until the very right exact time. And it's just something that I learned today after that little bit of research. And I think about us surrendering to the will of God. And this word surrender and time, and April 3rd, and 4-day, 3-night, 4/3, April 3rd. And surrendering to God as Jesus surrendered to God on the cross. No, he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. He asked God if he could avoid that. But if your will be done, essentially what he came to the conclusion with before he carried that cross. And sometimes in life, we've got to surrender to God and trust in his timing. And that was just a huge message that I wanted to share with you all today. And I'm still processing that, and that's okay. I don't have all the answers, but we live in a interesting time where technology and spirituality are coming to a head, and the Spirit is making itself known. The Holy Spirit is here, and its power is increasing, and its voice is increasing. And what I'm starting to learn in my surrendering moment to this moment, through that job and that whole process that led me here with no money, just hope, just surrender. Is trust. Trust in timing. Follow the messages, listen, and learn along the way. So I just want to share that when things get scary, when you feel like you've lost all control, when an opportunity opens itself up, look for the signs that this is come at the right time. Take that step, as scary as it might be, as much as you might not have enough in the moment, it will make sense later on. I promise you it will make sense later on. And those alignments, post-mortem, after that moment, after that start date, those answers will come, and you will know that that was part of your journey. That was predetermined by God, predetermined by the universe, whatever you want to call it. That moment was written in the book of your life before you were even created physically. Your connection with God is that powerful. It transcends time. And so that is a message for those out there that need hope in this time. Thank you.